up everyone, today I'm going to be showing you guys the Marvel timeline if they didn't lose their rights to the X-Men, to the Fantastic Four, to Spider-Man. So if you guys haven't seen the two other parts, make sure to go check it out on my channel, and if you have, then let's get straight on with the video. But the first movie would actually be Captain America, the Winter Soldier, where it would be exactly the same except we would see Mockingbird. The next movie would be Fantastic Four into the Negative Zone. So what they would do is they would basically explore the Negative Zone. If you guys don't really know what it is like the place where they got their powers in the first Fantastic Four. So what they would do was they would go there, and after that they would explore a bit, and the movie would actually start off with Johnny Storm leaving the Fantastic Four and going off to college. So now the new person would be the Silver Surfer, kind of replacing him, and then after that, the four would kind of go to the Negative Zone and explore some stuff. They would actually meet a bunch of cool stuff, and we'll kind of see that, I don't know what's his name, but he has like wings and he's green. It's not the Green Goblin, but it's something else. So that's pretty much it for Fantastic Four movie. So, yeah. Then it would be the Incredible Hulk. Now, the Incredible Hulk, you know, of course, we'd see Abomination, we'd see all that, we'd see Betty, we'd see everyone, and it would be a pretty cool movie. It would be like exactly the same as the original. Then it would be the Defenders and the Punisher. Now, I didn't really see these two shows, so I would leave it exactly the way it is. Then the next movie would be Avengers Hydra War. Now, Avengers Hydra War would kind of be, the main villains would be Red Skull, MODOK, there would be AIM, there would be Hydra, there would be a bunch of people, Zemo, Crossbones, all those guys, kind of like all the Hydra people. So now the Avengers would kind of like regroup, you know. There would be Captain America, there'd be the Captain America, like the original 6 from the Avengers. So Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man and the Wasp. There would also be Mockingbird, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Wanda and Quicksilver. Now we would actually get introduced to Ultron. So for example, Hank Pym would actually show the beast, not the beast, but the project he's been working on in the first Ant-Man movie. So he would first unleash it, and it would be actually really cool to see Ultron in full action. So he would probably kind of like end Hydra. But so then after that, Hank Pym would have to shut the project down and continue working on it. Then it would be Avengers vs. X-Men. Now the movie would be exactly like the comic, but I didn't really read the comic, so it would stay the same, but it would be like the main thing. They would have a huge fight at the end. There would be Gambit, Wolverine, Cyclops, Professor X, Magneto, all those guys on the X-Men team and on the Avengers team. Of course, they would get everyone in. The original 6, then there would be Black Widow, Hawkeye, Mockingbird, Spider-Man. There would be everyone. There would even be Black Panther. And then we would also introduce, we also see kind of Scott Lang show up to be Ant-Man. And he wouldn't really show up, he'd just make a little cameo appearance. Then it would be Spider-Man 4, where the main villains would be Mysterio, Vulture, Black Cat, the Prowler, and just a bit Kingpin in the end, kind of showing that Prowler was finally working for him. Now, what would happen in this movie is that Spider-Man, he's in college now, he's graduated, and he would actually share a room with Johnny Storm, like in the comics for some time. I remember they did share a room together, so they would be kind of roommates, and at first they wouldn't get along, but then after that they would get along, and they'd have to fight. But Johnny Storm wouldn't know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man in the beginning. After that he would find out, of course, but they would kind of, go on to fight Mysterio, Vulture, Black Cat, everyone else. And that's pretty much it for the Spider-Man 4. After that would be Iron Man 3 and Thor the Dark World. Now Thor the Dark World would just be a bit different. For example, the villain would actually be Ronan, the Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy, and in Iron Man 3 it would be the same Iron Man 3, but Thor the Dark World would be having Ronan introducing him, and then later on killing him in the next movie. And the next movie is Guardians of the Galaxy, where we would see Ronan, and of course he would die. It would be exactly the same. I wouldn't change anything in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, but I might change stuff in the others. After that would be Ant-Man and the Wasp, where Hank Pym is officially done being Ant-Man, so then after that Scott Lang takes the suit and Hank Pym becomes Giant Man, and Janet is kind of just, there, she's not really doing anything, and then after that Scott Lang is actually the new Ant-Man, and Hope Van Dyne is not the Wasp. So that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell never to miss any other videos, so make sure to stay tuned for part 4 of the end. So thank you guys all, and bye.